Let's teach him how to de-escalate. The word is de-escalate. But unfortunately, and maybe this is something that maybe the FRSC and maybe the Senate will have to work on, that test does not come up anywhere to get a license in this country. Nowhere. And I mean nowhere. Not a single place. The way it operates now, you are meant to go to you're meant to take driver's ed or go to driving school, right? And then as you are doing that, they will now pass your details to the Federal Road Safety Corps, who would now say, okay, you've met the requirement, you've gone to driving school, all right, here is your license. But maybe we should take it further back and maybe do like, the Americans and some of the Europeans who started to teach driving skills and techniques in secondary school. They don't give them licenses to drive, but there is a class called driver's ed in secondary schools, or what we call high schools. Maybe that's what's going to help us, move away from this road rage. You are driving along a bar road. The driver sees a passenger. He does not use his indicator. He just turns, rumala, pew, and just curves off. You behind, you are incensed because that's dangerous and reckless driving. You come up to you, wind down, you say you did crazy. Which kind of useless? Between 0 to 3 seconds, both of you are hurling insult. The person who's obviously wrong and the person who's justified have now spent just about 30 to 15 seconds or 15 to 30 seconds now, hurling insults at them. Now, these insults don't resolve the issue because eventually one person is going to drive away. When that person drives away, he's driving away with that anger. And so the next time he sees another taxi driver or another motorist, right, the likelihood of him transferring that aggression is high. It's high. There's a lot of road rage. Sometimes when I'm in vehicles, when I'm in buses, when I'm in taxis, and the driver is going on and on and on and on. Oh, Tinubu did this. Oh, local government chairman. Oh, all those boys. Next thing the guy just turns and hurls an expletive. This is somebody's father, by the way. My name is Jude. Let's have a conversation. So, is it the government's responsibility or is it the individual's responsibility to prepare his or herself for the day's journey whilst driving?
The views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeria Info FM. Nigeria Info, let's talk.
With Jude on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
017-923-0002, 0817-923-0003, 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003. At Nigeria Info PH is where you find us on Facebook and X at Nigeria Info PH. Then please do send us a message to the WhatsApp number 0809 030 6416, 0809 030 6416. Oh dear, apologies. Messages now. Let's get to read some of them this morning. Good morning. I think the government really has majority of the blame here because in saner climes, people have less things to worry about. People are not worried about the roads being too bad. They're not worried about police being on the road extorting them. They're not worried about the traffic lights not working. And so some of those things already, poor infrastructure, is now being felt by the drivers who now have to do more work just to drive from point A to point B. Okay. That makes sense. The frustration is now on the driver, who has to do more work because there are no signs. Most of us, let's be honest, most of us in this state, and in fact, almost every state I've been to, right? You have some areas. Lagos, I like to believe Lagos has very well labeled streets. Lagos and Abuja, Uyo as well. But generally, even in these areas, there are certain parts of the city that the signs are not very clear. River State, sadly, is one of those states that doesn't have very clear signs. Whether it's the no U-turn sign, whether it's a speed limit sign, whether it's in fact right now that I'm thinking about the signs that are still very visible are along the East West Road, where you have the sign that says Refinery or Warri or Eleme Junction, right? Those are part of the early signs. There may be inside OGRA, but along the roads, for example, along most of the other roads, there are no signs. There are no street indicators to say this is where you're meant to go, where you're meant to go left. None. It's one of the reasons why people get angry when they get pulled over by, quote unquote, tax forces say you shouldn't do this, you should do that. Where's the sign to say so? Where is it? May have a point there. $92.3, good morning. Hello, Port Harcourt. Good morning.
The problem is the government. Government are the cause of all this because of the kind of society we have found ourselves. You see, you look at the traffic, and look at the military men, the police. When you are on the road, they will be the first to take up this pregnant driving. So others join, and they are the people that would have stopped this. Hello?
I'm listening to you. So everything is the government. You don't think the drivers themselves have a responsibility? Maybe they should watch their mouths before this.
If we have a government,
you do have a government.
They know to these things. Nigerians are very good. They will stick to it.
Oh, okay. So it's all about enforcement. Okay. 92.3, good morning. Oh, damn. So the last caller says it's all about enforcement. Nigeria has, if the government, does the proper thing, Nigerians obey the government. That's what it says. Okay. Don't drive against traffic. That's what the government said, but a lot of you are curious. 92.3, good morning. Hello, Port Harcourt.
Yeah, Jude, good morning.
Good morning to you.
According to fella, my name is J.A.
Welcome, please.
Who be government teacher?
Oh, good question.
He said the government teacher is the culture and the tradition. Am I right? Who be government teacher, culture and tradition? You know it, right?
I know the song.
Dude, you people always run a jingle on your station, and that jingle is sponsored by your station. He said, don't stop abruptly, don't do this. I don't know if you remember that jingle.
Yes.
Just because a passenger wants to stop here does not mean you stop abruptly and cause accident. Is that not what your station said? Is it the government that pay you for running that station, that jingle?
No.
Jude, you are running your bet of the program on Nigeria Info right now, right?
Okay.
Is it, I used to know Bolade, Tommy, right?
Okay.
Is it the manager now that called you to say, Jude, you are supposed to be on air by 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, right?
Okay.
Did they need to remind you? Did anybody remind you to prepare your program that you are now marshalling out one after the other as if you're from one of the families in River State here? Now, what I'm trying to say in essence is, we should be responsible. If you attend driving school, they tell you the only normal person that is on the road is you, two of us.
Okay.
So if you have seen every other person as mad people, do you now follow mad people to do whatever they are doing? They are dancing naked, you follow them. Unless some of the things we're learning, we're not doing them. So for me, I think we are the first people to be held responsible Oh, there is no sign this. Oh, there is no sign that. By the time the police hold you, that you're driving one way because there is no sign. And don't forget, ignorance of the law is no excuse, right?
Yeah, but in the defense of anybody, let's assume the person just come to that town and the person doesn't know there's a no U-turn sign law here. But there's no sign there. How can the law affect its order if it hasn't given indication that this is the law?
Is ignorance of the law an excuse?
No, but once again, ignorance might not be an excuse. However, is the law expressly and explicitly stated?
So, as far as I'm concerned, you are responsible for your action and inaction.
All right, JJ, let me read something for. Hold on, JJ, before you go. Let me read something from the study, the journal in front of me. Right now, it says that that road user behavior stands out as the most significant cause of road crashes in Nigeria. Right?
God bless that person that wrote that thing.
Yes, it's Uzondua et al. 2022. It's a recent research.
Good.
Right? Good. However, Nigerian road witnesses numerous aberrant behavior, which drivers experiencing anxiety over FRC, police, driver anger, characterized by strong feelings of annoyance, displeasure, hostility whilst driving. I did write it too. They did a study.
Yes, I know. I also say God bless that person. Jude, all those things you have read out now, by the time you were caught, and maybe you're taken to court, tell them that it's civil defense, police, VIO that made you to break the law. Thank you very much.
All right, interesting. Interesting. Once again, is it the government or is it the individual that has more to do in the preparation of their driving here in Nigeria? Road rage is a big problem. I like to believe every single one of you, in fact, if you have got into a vehicle, a bus, a minibus, a tricycle, you would have experienced road rage. You would have. Somebody puts the head out the window and says, now go punish your papa. Another one comes out. You see this useless man. See as he head be like donkey. Of all of the drivers, right, the male group have the larger proportion of road rage and accidents. Once again, I did not write it. It is the research in front of me. Once again, please, so that everybody has the opportunity to go and verify, check Science Direct case study on transport policies, road rage patterns in Nigeria. Right? Road rage patterns in Nigeria. Read it out for yourself. 90.3. Hello, Port Harcourt. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, I know, in as much as the drivers are at fault, the government officials that are supposed to enforce these laws are also at fault. Most times you see police people and even army running one way. Are we not the same? Are they, and the drivers that are taking road signs, are they not the same? They are supposed to be enforcing the law, but you see they're running one way. So it's all of us, not just only the drivers, it's everybody. At times they will even carry government officials and run one way. So what are they telling other drivers?
Yeah, but the government will tell you there are certain reasons why they can. If there's an emergency, the government, the ambulance, for example, has the right to do that.
As well, and they run one way. That's the thing. They may carry a pregnant woman and run one way. Who is in labor? They will run one way. Is it not run one way?
Yeah, but that's in the case of emergency. In that case, of course, you're trying to save a life. You have to get there in the quickest possible time. But that's not the issue, really, right? I know. If
government officials know they are going somewhere, why didn't they wake up early to go to where they are going to instead of running one way?
Wow.
I should show an example.
Wow. Okay.
They should wake up early and go to where they are going to.
Okay. What about the drivers? What about the drivers who just brake and stop anywhere and people are shouting, "God go punish you"? What about those? Is it government's fault?
Those ones, most of these drivers, they deliberately do